All right, Coach. Hey, so we're getting to there. Are you guys at the point you'd like to see yourselves at this point in camp?
Yeah, I mean, there's always things to work on, and obviously, we're not going to wish away, the last week and a half of work. We've still got to get, in the stadium, one or two more times. We've still got to, get some work, really good work against each other, and then obviously we got to get deeper into the game plan against Norfolk State. So I think there's a lot of work to get done, but I do think we're at where we want to be right now.
You guys give Quinn the nod at starting quarterback. What did he do to separate himself from the rest of the field?
I think he's obviously has a lot, a little bit more experience than the other two guys, and he's played well during camp. I think he's improved in his ability to read defenses as a passer. Obviously, he's got his legs that can be a difference maker for us and that sort of thing. But he's also a very good leader, and I think he threw the ball really well, particularly down the field on camp.
He told us last week that when he was behind those guys like Colton and Grant, he took time to observe how they led and how the players responded to their leadership. Did you see that? You said he looks like a leader, but did you see that work pay off for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he leads in his own way. I mean, I think that's one of the things that we continue to preach to guys on our team is, hey, everybody's going to lead their own way, right? I mean, even as the coaching staff, we're not all going to lead the same way, and so I think that it's one of those things that you've got to be genuine in your leadership, and I think he's definitely that.
Does it change the dynamic for the offense knowing who the guy's going to be already?
Well, I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, that guy gets a few more reps. I mean, that's certainly true, and you can hone in a little bit more on things that maybe he's good at and that sort of stuff. But I think in general, I think our guys are going to perform no matter who's in there, and they're ready to go. But I do think it allows that guy to get more reps, which is always a good thing.
Curious about your thoughts on the offensive line. Everyone focuses on the quarterback, but 5 new offensive linemen, how have they kind of come together through camp, and do you have a starting 5 yet?
I think we're pretty solidified there. We're not ready to announce that yet, but we're pretty solidified there. And but guys are working hard. I think I do like where we're at. We do need this last week and a half, and I can think very bluntly, I think we'll continue to grow throughout the season. I think all offensive lines do. I don't think any offensive line plays their best football in week 1. So I think it's one of those things that they're going to continue to grow and develop, but I do like the progress that we've made from week to week, practice to practice.
Do you feel good about the depth in the room? I know last year, one of 8 teams start off 5 guys every game.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. Last year we don't know about our depth, right? We never had to really get there. I feel good about it right now. I think always that as an offensive line coach and as a head coach, you always want more depth. That's just one of the things that happens. I think you tend to build a little bit more depth always like in the defensive line room because they just play more, and so they get that experience. But yeah, I mean, I think I do like where we're at, but obviously we need to continue to develop that so I continue to feel better throughout the year.
Have you liked the way the other quarterbacks responded after you guys made the decision?
Very much so. Very much so. I think those guys have come back and they've done a nice job. And I've seen them be locked in. You can ask them questions. They're still going to nail things and that sort of stuff. So I've been appreciative of how they responded. The first day when that happens, it's always going to be a tough one, right? But I think after maybe less than 24 hours later, I think they were ready to go.
Well, and I mean, I guess you're one play away from being the guy yourself, so that's motivation enough, I would assume.
Yeah, and quarterback's a tough position because it's not one of those other positions where you still might play in the game even if you're the 2, right? It's one of those positions that if everything goes right, you're probably not playing, and so it's a weird deal. I've had to deal with it before, and anybody who's played quarterback probably has. Very few guys have never been the backup, and it's a different deal. I think the preparation is the key. You've got to prepare like you are playing in that game, because the week you don't is the week you get in.
Is not having any of the players affected by the ongoing legal stuff, is that a bit of a relief?
Well, I mean, I don't know how they can understand it when the lawyers don't, right? I mean, I get an email that one thing comes out, and I get an email literally 17 minutes later telling me something completely different from another source that I'm supposed to trust. And so I think that's where they're at. They're like, well, why would I even care about this? Because no one can understand it or explain it to me. So if no one can understand it or explain it to me, I'm just going to live my life the way I'm living it. And I think that's kind of where they're at right now.
Have you reached out to the NFL guys if they get cut? There's a spot from an ODU with the NFL.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things. That's not true. I mean, that's only true if they win a lawsuit themselves, right? There's no exemption. There's none of that. They've actually, as a class action, they've actually lost that case before. And actually, as an individual with the Bediako case, they've lost that case before. So I think it's one of those things right now where no one knows what's going on. No one knows what's going to happen. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see. And I also think, you've started to hear about, you're going to see conferences maybe make some of these rules too and try to rein in some of this stuff as well.
You have a message for fans week 1 against Norfolk State?
Yeah, come out, man. Let's have that place be rocking. I think it should be, the entire city of Norfolk should be on our campus, whether they're tailgating or in the stadium or whatever. I think everybody should be there. I think it should be a great environment. This should be one of those things that, people talk about for a long time about what a great environment it was.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Coach.
Yep,
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
See you Monday.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Since we waited, you can start off.
Okay. Hey, man. What's your feeling on getting the starting job? Is it relief? Is it expected all along, or how do you feel about it?
I guess it is a sign of relief now, finally being like officially my team, but there's always a sense of confidence. But I told Coach Rahne when he told me, I take a lot of pride in it. This will be my 3rd season coming in. I've always wanted this position, but now that I have it, it's time to work. It's time to do what I've always wanted to do here, so I'm just ready to go.
Is it kind of a weight off your shoulders, so to speak, now that this not from a like work standpoint, but just from the decisions made, now you can move forward?
100%. I mean, not that there was a ton of weight on my shoulders, but having to officially be the guy, and like I said earlier, having known that it's my team, my offense, it's definitely a different feeling. You just get a little more confidence knowing that it's your spot, but it doesn't change a whole lot. My mentality is still the same goal, still going to work the same way every day, so it's pretty much that's how it is.
And Coach said the other guys in the room have responded pretty well.
100%, yeah, they're awesome. They're very supportive. Like I've said earlier, there's no rivalries, there's no bad blood. We continue to get each other better every single day in Indy, in team, all that in the film room. It's a great dynamic in that room.
Having a former teammate now on the team from Downington, I'm assuming he was a freshman when you were there, or a sophomore?
He was a sophomore when I was a senior.
So what's that like?
It's pretty cool. He was friends with my little brother. I played youth football with him growing up. To have him here now, it's a little surreal, see him walking into the facility for the first time. It's like, wow. But it's cool, having that guy from my hometown. I think he's got a lot of praise in his work ethic, which I'm proud of because I like to instill that. PA guys on this team have a history, so I'd like to keep that toughness, that hard working mentality going through that pipeline. So definitely exciting.
What challenges does Cody Cook's offense present that maybe weren't there last year?
I would say, I guess more coverage-based recognition. A lot more goes into it pre-snap. Last year in terms of me seeing shells, seeing fronts, all that stuff. Not that there wasn't last year, but just a little more of that in my hands, along with being able to check and all that. There's a lot more in my hands pre-snap, so I'd say that's what it is. It's really nothing crazy, nothing big, but small details like that.
So you maybe have a little bit more flexibility as to what the play's going to be.
A little bit, depending on the look, depending on the call. So it really varies.
As a Pennsylvania guy, a lot of unique foods in Pennsylvania. What's one that you miss?
I miss the Philly. I miss the cheesesteaks for sure. They make them good up there. I'm kind of scared to get a cheesesteak down here. You never know what you're gonna get.
What's your cheesesteak order?
Just plain cheesesteak. I'm not a big onion or green pepper guy. I just like it plain. So
Whiz with or without?
Without,
yeah.
Really. Yeah.
I feel like Pennsylvania is also like the capital of potato chips. You have a favorite potato chip, and it's very regional. Like who likes what? You have one.
I'm a big salt and vinegar guy. I like salt and vinegar
Is there
chips.
like a particular brand?
I'd go probably Lay's salt and vinegar chips. Maybe the kettle cook ones too. Solid. Solid.
How deep are you into Norfolk State, if at all?
I'd say about a week. We've looked over them. Today was the first G squad practice with them, where the defense giving us their looks in a live period practice. That was our first time doing it, but we've been looking at them for about a week.
Coach says he won't wish away practice sessions, but with that said, you guys kind of eager to get out there and throw against somebody else?
Oh, 100%. I can't wait to go against another colored jersey. It's been a while. Being a home game with an inner city rivalry like that, assuming it's going to be a pretty packed stadium, I can't wait. But that doesn't mean our preparation withers or anything like that. We're going to attack each day, want to know, get better, be as prepped as we possibly can be, ready to attack them on September 5th.
Tell us about the wide receivers, all new guys in terms of starters. What can fans expect from those guys this year?
A lot of explosiveness, a lot of really contested catches. That's what I've noticed this summer. They're really good contested catches. Also good at finding space, being smart, and just hard-working guys. You know, they'll put their body on the line for anything. So, love them.
You have a message for Monarch fans for the first game against Norfolk State?
Yeah, be ready to pack the stadium, bring the juice, support the defense on third down, and get loud when we get in the end zone. I'm excited.
Good with Quinn?
Appreciate
Cool.
it, man.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, Quinn.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Well, how fired up are you guys to get out there play another team?
Oh, we're excited. We're excited. We're just taking it day by day, counting down the days, and we're just really excited to see the game day atmosphere and go out there and get the play time in.
You go against this offensive line every day. It's five new guys. What can you tell us about the offensive line?
Oh, they're a grimy group. They love to compete. Whole team loves to compete, but especially between the O-line and D-line, we love to compete every single day, especially one-on-ones, inside team periods, and team as well. We love to compete, and we combat off of each other. We have our days, but there's competition every single day.
With what this defense was able to do last year, and you guys were top 25 in quite a few metrics nationally. I mean, are you where you'd like to see you guys at this point in camp?
There's always something to get better at, so we're taking it day by day. We're trying to just make sure we got everybody to play as a unit, play as a group, everybody get their keys down, and we just play by our standards. So it's taking it day by day, and we're looking to come out on the first game and play our best football.
How good does it feel to have DeAndre back, yourself, Koa, the two Marios, Brandon, Zion? A lot of returners on the defense.
Yes, it's awesome. It's awesome to get guys that you trust from last year, guys that can lead the group. Get them all back and lead the young guys, bring them all along, and just be able to play as a unit. It's awesome to get to have that experience, and it just feels good to be out there with your brothers.
Perfect.
All right. Thank
Awesome.
you, man.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks, man.